about that a little bit more. And finally, that control actually will build your relationship with your reader. And that's critical, and I think that's, the future for any publisher is that relationship. The more you can build that relationship, and the more that you can actually interact with your end user, and the more you can learn from that end user, the better you can service that end user. So these are the four core pieces that I think as you guys figure out your overall strategy of e-publishing, I think you need to answer these questions and make sure that you are doing this. So I'm going to just jump into the trends, and the whole idea here is, I think everyone knows we are going E, but the idea is to really see, how it's going. We know print is really flat. We've got, there's an increase of 3.2%, which is the highest it's been in the last few years. So that's pretty exciting. But if you look at other media markets, you've got video, which is 19%, and movies, that's 5.3%. It's really it's an industry that's not going anywhere. And in one of our case studies, you'll actually see how this is actually working. These numbers are actually, reality. But the interesting, wow, it is filling up. So I am competing well with Google and Hachette. So it's pretty good. So the case study that I will show you will actually show how this particular publisher, print sales have been flat, but where the excitement is on the online piece. So, but what you are competing as a publisher is you're competing for different types of media, and the consumers that are out there today compared to before, they're absorbing content in different ways, and you as a content creator must create content in the way that they are actually absorbing it and get the dollars from that consumer. But our philosophy has been really, you've got to build your relationship with the end customer, and the internet actually has provided you with the medium that can actually give you the direct connection. So it's really leveraging the internet to as much as possible to actually learn about your customers. But how do actually users go out and actually find you? And Xerox was doing research on how actually content and is discovered, and it is really bits of pieces of information that are weaved together like centrals. So when you do a Google search, you're actually going to Google, and you do it yourself. You are going in, you're looking for pieces, and then you're analyzing those pieces, and then says, boom, you got a piece. Now you've got that particular piece of content. You as the publisher need to be there where so you can get discovered and get that end user to come to you. Once that end user comes to you, how do you now start or initiate a relationship? And that's that's how I think in terms of searching for information. So is making your content visible the first step in the solution? Will it provide a strong enough set for people to browse and ultimately buy? Is Google Book Search the answer? Yes, it is part of the answer. It is not the full answer. You've got to be on Google Book Search. So the idea is once you've got it up there, understanding your customer and really giving them what they want. So here we are. Are we providing books or are we providing content? And it's really in the keynote speech that Bob Stein talked about. He talked about redefining the word book. Do we need to be in that in that parameter of calling it a book? Is it content that needs to be given out to your end user in different forms? And I think there's multiple cases, and it's evolving. HarperCollins, Leslie, you're here. They just launched. They're cutting edge. They've been pushing different technologies, but they just launched a video book just recently on a particular topic, and it's not it's not an audiobook. The audiobook I think is 9 hours, but this particular